The Pistons play before the home crowd. And we've got it right here on 2K Sports, live from downtown Detroit. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. And for the Detroit Pistons, they come into tonight's game after the loss to Toronto. And that one a tough loss, too. They ended down only 3 points.
No other way to put it. The defense was awful, completely uninspired at that end of the floor.
They also committed a lot of mistakes while their opponent was extremely disciplined.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So for Chicago right now, Mirotić at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. Round out there was Zach LaVine. And it's Valentine in at the 3 spot. Well, you can expect both these teams to push the tempo, Steve, and get scores in transition. I'm sure as a player, these are very fun matches.
Yeah, they are. I mean, because you know you get a chance to put points on the board. And, yes, defensive strategy is going out the window. You just have to turn, get back on defense, and just pick up anybody. If you don't communicate, there's going to be a layup or a 3 or somebody's dunking on you. Love transition basketball.
Yeah, we can see a lot of gaudy numbers, too, huh? A lot of big individual performances.
The defense was decent, but not good enough. That's his shot, and when he gets any daylight, he's going to let it fly.
Drummond with a screen on Brown. Galloway kicks to Drummond. Shot clock at 5. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
There are guys Drummond's size, but not many move or adjust as well as he does against aggressive defense.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Here's Galloway. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto. Lure with it, now guarded by Mirotić. Bradley against LaVine. Tries a 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You have to block out better than that. Drummond, one of the best in the league at converting off the glass.
DJ with it. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. Count that bucket. DJ's got 5 points so far. For Detroit, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Galloway kicks to Harris. Drummond with a screen on LaVine. Back to Galloway. Off target from outside. Chicago leading by 3. Stolen by Lure. And here's the fast break. Shoots from 14. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Brown. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
And taking a look at some numbers for DJ. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. He's right around 29 points a night, 14 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them. A mix-up with the defense leaves him wide open from mid-range, a shot he usually makes.
Here's LaVine. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. LaVine's got his first bucket of the night. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Bradley dishes to Harris. Here's Galloway. Basket is good, the assist from Harris. Galloway's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. DJ kicks to Mirotić. Outside, LaVine. Mirotić, a screen on Lure. On the wing, Brown. A 3-ball. Good on the 3-point shot. DJ's got a couple of 3s now in the first for the Bulls.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
There's Galloway. He's covered by Brown. Harris passes to Drummond. And it's sent back by Lopez.
And that is the length of Robin Lopez on display.
Detroit shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Free throw good, Drummond. For several years, you've looked at Andre Drummond, and the first word that comes to mind is potential. He is still learning, still developing, certainly, but you know, you wonder, Steve, if he's starting to approach the type of player he's going to be in Plateau.
You know, let's be clear. He's a great player, but people might have overshot what he could have been. Needs to play with a bit more urgency, but he's still young, and he can make another leap in his play.
Now, here's Bradley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's a tie ball game.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. DJ dishes to Levine. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Drops in the tray. DJ's got 11 points.
Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid.
Galloway kicks to Harris. The dish to Lure to the left wing. Just 5 to shoot. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Bradley's got his second basket of the night.
From out beyond the arc, Bradley getting more confident each year.
Brown outside. Back to Levine. Bradley with some nice D. Detroit's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Harris passes to Galloway. He dishes it to Drummond. Over Lopez. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Harris.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Brown kicks to Levine.
Come get it, come get it.
Pass to Valentine. Lopez a screen. Valentine shot good. Valentine's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Drummond a screen. And stolen by Valentine. Here we go, one-on-one. And the jam by Valentine.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end.
And what I like about Avery at the guard position, he's unafraid to challenge the interior.
Brown against Smith. It's Brown with the drive. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Smith against Brown. Smith dishes to Harris. Over Levine. They get the rebound. Marjanovic. The 3rd shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on him.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
Now here's Bradley. 7 points in the game. Smith kicks to Bradley. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. Here's a look at some of the players that have exploded in the second half of the season. These are the scoring leaders since the All-Star break. DJ number 1.
He is making his mark in a big way and with big points. You love to see guys get better the later in the season we get.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Andre Drummond. Stanley Johnson comes in for Harris. And it's Kennard in for Avery Bradley.
And when you look at what the Pistons have done, pretty clear this is a team that has a vision of who they want to be. Strong defensively, really good at rebounding the basketball, and I think deliberate and patient on the offensive side of the floor.
Tolliver the pass to Marjanovic. No good, shot missing. Chicago leading by 5. The kick out to Holiday. There's the pick. Brown with a screen on Smith. Just 5 on the clock. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And with the Pistons, this has been the identity the team has been aiming for under Stan Van Gundy. It's taken shape, but has yet, Greg, to produce big results.
I think it's because they've just always been 1 or 2 pieces short of making that next jump. I think the conference has gotten stronger, and while their best players are really good, I don't think they're quite at that elite level yet to allow this group to take that next step.
Taking what the defense offers up, Smith with good vision there finds the open man.
Smith against Brown. To the middle. Here's Wells. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And the Bulls lead by 6.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. Smith kicks to Johnson. Over Wells. Here's Marjanovic, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Here he is doing it again.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
The Bulls making a switch here. Licio's checked in, and Markkanen throws it down.
You know, we preach it all the time. Unselfish basketball. DJ making the extra pass to a wide-open teammate.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Smith against Brown. Smith kicks to Tolliver. Pistons passing it around. Marjanovic, no good.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
They also want to be unpredictable. Mix up the play calling. Keep the defense guessing.
Ish Smith is out there with Kennard. Then it's Johnson, and there's Anthony Tolliver, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Grizzlies was terrific. He had 43 points and ran the team as always with a big number of assists. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David, for another reminder of just what an unbelievable performance that was.
One that everyone's still talking about tonight. He dominated that game in just about every way possible.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what he's got in store for us tonight. Maybe he tops himself again. I think he just might do it.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
Marjanovic, it's good. Marjanovic has got 11 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
DJ dishes to Wells. The shot's good. Brown making the play. DJ's got assist number 5 here tonight.
I love watching Wells pull up from beyond the arc. A remarkable scorer when given room to shoot.
Here's Kennard. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Marjanovic with a screen for Johnson. Shoots over Markkanen. That one wide left. Chicago leading by 5. Over to the left wing. Wells wide open. Another one falls for Chicago.
And Wells has such a quick release. He's ready to pull as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Smith kicks to Johnson. Here is Tolliver. Marjanovic down low, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The shot's good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Marjanovic a screen on Brown. Tolliver kicks to Johnson. Pass to Marjanovic. Banked in off the glass. Marjanovic has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
Kicks it to Wells. No good with the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Smith the pass to Kennard. And a miss there on the triple.
And that's the shot he wants. Just a little bit out of rhythm.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
Kennard's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 5. Dishes it to Brown. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Now the pass to Johnson. Knocks it loose. And here we go. Fast break. DJ's got it. Here's Markkanen. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And the Bulls lead by 7.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Count that as his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%.
Wow, and that's interesting about tonight. Different defenders have tried to work their magic against DJ, but to no avail.
Smith dishes to Johnson. And versatility never in more demand, Steve, than right now. Do you think we're seeing more versatile players in the league now than ever before?
Yeah, we are. I mean, I think top of the list is you start off with LeBron James. Then you have players like now Russell Westbrook, guys being able to collect triple-doubles. Giannis, the Greek freak, Antetokounmpo, is unbelievable because I think that by the time the end of his career, he'll be able to play the 5 for our size and 1 because of his skill set. Versatility in this league is a premium right now.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Smith outside. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Here's Johnson, shoots over Wells, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Wells.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And Stanley Johnson, the youngster out of Arizona, grew up in Los Angeles where he was the high school player of the year. You know, Steve, he hasn't had the easiest time adjusting to the NBA, but he certainly has room to improve, and right now the offense just isn't there for him.
You know, the question is, people are saying, is time ticking away for Stanley to prove that he's a rotation player? He's kind of predictable on offense. People pushes him to go right because he only goes right. Just hasn't developed the way the team was hoping for.
No good on the free throw. And with the new TV deals, we've seen players' salaries and caps certainly skyrocketing. What does that do in affecting relationships among the players, between the players, within a team?
You know, I think, Kevin, when guys are happy, obviously with their salaries, they play better. But I think also it can affect sometimes, let's talk about it team-wise. You have a guy that's not playing at the level that you thought he would be playing. Because of the numbers, it's going to be harder and harder to move some of those guys. Then you have a guy that's playing better than a guy that's making a lot of money. He's going to expect, and some of these teams are not going to be able to play, so you're going to see a lot of movement. And back in our day, Kevin, my day, you didn't see that much movement. Because of these skyrocketing salaries, I think now it's going to be more and more movement.
And you know, Steve, with the new deal signed between players and the league, it'll be, I think, easier for teams that have drafted and developed a player now to keep that player and not lose them to more money to another team.
You're totally right. I think guys getting drafted and they can play, they will definitely be there for years and years because they can make the most money with their teams respectively. Passes
it to Portis. Now Brown. He's got 20. Back to Portis. There's the pick. Here's Grant. And again, Chicago. No good. Pistons trail by 6. Now the feed to Galloway. Drummond a screen. Galloway kicks to Drummond. The 9-foot shot. Kicks it out to Johnson. Lock at 6. Tries it again. Yep, that one goes. And it's 9 points for Andre Drummond.
Working every day to develop his skills. Drummond with a nice finish inside.
Brown. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
For Chicago, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. First one falls for Avery Bradley. He's checked in for Stanley Johnson. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Lopez, he's checked in for Felicio.
And it's interesting. I think the one thing you need to drive improvement is a desire to be among the best. I think DJ has that.
Drummond a screen. Galloway the pass to Drummond. Over Lopez. No good off the front iron.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Mirotic's shot is off. Pistons trail by 6. There's Galloway. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Some changes for Chicago. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at DJ in this one, he's been everywhere.
And so far, he's giving them great production from deep. They've been able to kind of spread the floor because of him.
You see the defense trying to make an adjustment, but it's hard when he's hitting from that far away.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Mirotic at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. Levine is out there with Brown, and it's Valentine in at the 3. Levine kicks to Mirotic. Chicago working now with a new shot clock. Here's Valentine. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Pistons trail by 6. Galloway kicks to Harris. Unloads from 13. Chicago grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
And the Pistons with possession here after Denzel Valentine hitting the 3. Rebound collected by Levine.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Here's Mirotic, and the Bulls another 3. You know, Stephen, I think of Stan Van Gundy, I think of versatile, because we all know he's the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, but he's in charge of all their personnel moves, too. This guy's got a lot on his plate.
Yeah, he does. I mean, when you start to look at it, he's wearing 2 hats. And one thing, he's doing a good job trying to run his organization from a management standpoint and also from a coach's standpoint. So far, so good for Stan. The 2 big things that you want from a center are rebounding and defense. Drummond can provide both. One of the best rebounders in this league. Defense, though, it can be hit or miss at times. Really, a lack of focus coming out of the break. So far, they are 0 for 3.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Drummond with a screen on Brown. Harris outside. He kicks to Drummond. Feeds to Lure. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Looking to end the run. Galloway, no good. And certainly Drummond's such a force with his rebounding, Steve, as you mentioned. Second in the league last year, and the defense is coming along as well.
And as Coach said, he's improved playing away from the basket. Drummond has the athleticism to be an elite defender,
A different look here for Detroit. Kennard, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. And Smith subbed in for Langston Galloway. And Chicago also making a switch. Markkanen's checked in. Now here is Harris. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's Drummond. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Drummond's got 13 points.
Finally, now 1 for 5 here in the third. We'll see if that boosts their confidence.
Mirotic, the screen. Here's Levine. It doesn't go for him. And Detroit the other way now. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That will kick off a 6-game road trip for the team.
Smith takes his fair share of contested jumpers, something that hurts his percentage overall, but he has that Warriors mentality.
And finished off by Mirotic.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Yeah, and they were just shaky at times when it mattered most in that game, and it cost them.
You know what? They were awful offensively. Labored to score on any level.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Marjanovic checked in for Drummond. Tolliver comes in for John Lewis. And it's Stanley Johnson in for Harris.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now, here's Marjanovic. Defense right on him and taken away by Brown. Here's Mirotic. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And it's a 12-point Chicago lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The dish to Tolliver. Johnson the screen. Tolliver the pass to Kennard. Smith outside. High post try. Smith missing again. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 13-4 run. Pulls it from 20. Mirotic's shot is off.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Pass to Tolliver. Johnson the screen. Tolliver the pass to Kennard. Detroit, no good that time either. The Bulls leading by 12. Here's Markkanen. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, the NBA can be a superstitious place at times, Steve, with all the quirks and characters in the league. And when you played, what was the strangest game day ritual that you ever saw?
I think Harold Miner. He touched everything with his nose, his gym shoes, his wristbands, the basketballs at the free throw line, and everybody did. And I think for me, as I got older, it wasn't strange. It was out of necessity. I had to get in some kind of steam room and have all those hot pads wrapped around me just to get loose to play.
I like that story. I don't like Baby Jordan's story, though. Harold Miner, that doesn't work for me. I don't understand that one. Brown dishes to Wells. Back to Brown. They set the pick. He feeds it to Markkanen. Wells in the corner. Markkanen sets the pick for Wells. Here's DJ. And no good. And the Pistons now going the other way. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And you look at Ish, more than stats, he provides poise and he provides leadership.
It's Brown with the drive and the rejection by Marjanovic. And here we go, the Pistons fast break. Kennard's shot is off. Wells kicks to Brown. The 3. The rebound by Marjanovic. Pistons trail by 12. Here's Smith. Smith missing again. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Pass to DJ. Off the pick. Here's Felicio. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Felicio's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bulls. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. DJ really making a difference here.
Yeah, because he's been killing them all night. They are struggling to find an answer.
Portis, he's checked in for Chicago. Smith kicks to Johnson. Out to Harris. He dishes it to Smith. Back to Harris. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Marjanovic with a screen for Johnson. Second chance shot. Chicago grabs the miss.
He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes, but he's having a hard time executing.
There's a screen. DJ passes to Markkanen. Outside Holiday. Rebound by the Pistons. Smith's got his third rebound on the night. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Smith's got 6 points in the quarter.
This is when Ish is at his best, in space and in transition.
Markkanen sets the pick for Brown. The kick out to Holiday. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, it went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
Smith kicks to Marjanovic. Johnson the screen. The drive by Smith.
You know, last season was a strong one for Ish Smith. He filled in as a starter, and he came off the bench. More of a scoring point guard, but he did a nice job of setting the table for everybody.
For Detroit, they have missed 4 of their 8 free throws up to this point. Things not... And the Pistons with possession here. 9-point game. Drummond a screen. Galloway kicks to Bradley. Inside, Drummond. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And that one's good, DJ.
Sometimes you have to be able to put the ball on the floor. DJ attacking on the drive.
Bradley dishes to Galloway. Over in the corner. Lure. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Lure's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. He hits Brown with the drive, and so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Off the dribble drive, one of the best ways in this league to get fouled. DJ taking advantage of it.
Bulls have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Bulls lead by 8. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. Let's listen in now to head coach Stan Van Gundy from a few moments ago.
Hey, come on, we got to do this.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Lure and Drummond together down low. Then there's Bradley. Then there's Harris. And it's Galloway in at the 1. That's the group for Detroit right now. Mirotic the screen. Valentine passes to Brown.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
That free throw good from Brown.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
Here's Galloway. Lure up top. Galloway kicks to Lure. To the paint. Here's Drummond. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Here's Galloway. following the basket by DJ. It's stolen by Brown. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Levine with the ball. Here's Mirotic, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
When going inside, Mirotic, not a big-time dunker, but he looks to create contact.
First free throw is good. In the way we have kind of a positionless game now, Smitty, there is no part of the court, any part of the court, which not one person cannot go to. A point guard can play any place. The big can go outside like you just talked about.
You're totally right. And now you've seen bigs shooting 2 or 3 feet behind the three-point line. And a lot of point guards starting to post up. It is definitely positionless basketball that we're seeing right now.
But fun to watch. Seeing those bigs shoot like that, wow, fun to watch.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. He took good advantage of that screen. DJ's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bulls.
You can tell he is on a mission down the stretch. Attack offensively and build on this lead.
Lure a screen on Levine. Here's Harris. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you've got to give it to Harris, able to make subtle adjustments under defensive pressure.
The Bulls leading by 12. Here's Brown. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First free throw is good.
And they're doing a very good job at the line this half.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That's his first foul.
Yeah, the way he's climbing all over him on that one, no way the officials are going to miss that.
Yeah, he needed a ladder there. Terrible judgment as to how high and how far he could reach.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the timeout, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Brown kicks to Valentine. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for 1 more here.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Felicio's checked in for Bobby Portis. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Galloway. Kicks it to Harris. Levine with the rebound.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
Mirotic has a wide open look. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Mirotic has got 4 points in the quarter.
And especially for a big man, the spot-up attempt is much easier. Mirotic with plenty of time to set his feet and knock it down.
Now here is Harris. Drummond with a screen on Levine. 8 feet away. Harris missing again. The Bulls leading by 16. Valentine wide open. He fires. Sinks the three-pointer.
And until someone stops him, he's just going to continue to keep firing from distance.
He does a great job, in my opinion, of finding space along the perimeter and has the touch to knock these down.
Now here's Bradley. And Drummond kicks to Galloway. Bradley dishes to Galloway. Back to Bradley. Harris inside, covered by Mirotic.
Good open look. Avery looking poised with the ball in his hands, making decisions.
And here is Brown. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That free throw missing. The Bulls making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
And Avery Bradley won the national high school title at Findlay Prep and was considered a top 5 prospect. Some had him even at number 1, and still after 1 season at Texas, he fell to the Celtics at 19 in that 2010 draft.
Now here is Harris over Levine, and again Tobias Harris.
He's been locked in all quarter. really finding his rhythm.
DJ with it. Dishes to Mirotic. Mirotic sets the screen for Levine. Off the screen. No good there. And Detroit the other way now. And Bradley, a great athlete. He won the dunk contest in high school. Terrific player. But he's not a big highlight player, it seems, in the NBA, Greg.
Yeah, you know, his strength and explosiveness more on display defensively, and that's been his meal ticket. He's added skill, though. He's turned the corner and has become a two-way threat.
Drummond with a screen on Brown. Galloway kicks to Drummond. A three ball. Galloway with the bucket.
Good eyes by Drummond. He's working on this. Spots the open man, delivers the dime.
Valentine passes to DJ. Releases from 15. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Pistons trail by 16. Galloway dishes to Bradley. Here's Galloway from the arc. Bradley can't get it to go. Here's Valentine. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Valentine's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Bulls. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Galloway kicks to Bradley. Drummond a screen. Off the screen. Bradley with another miss.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Great play to run for Zach. Off ball, he's quick to catch and elevate.
Drummond sets the screen for Bradley. Well, Steve, it's something that everyone has a different opinion on. How do you feel about the current amount of years a player has to play in college before they enter the NBA draft?
Well, Kevin, I look at it this way. I like the notion that people have been throwing around that you're able to come out of high school and go to the NBA. But if you choose to go to college, you must play 2 years. So I'm leaning toward and researching and looking at that. I think I'm on board with that because there are some guys should have the opportunity straight out of high school, and there are some guys I think need college. So I think if they can balance that out, and I think that's the way I would be leaning.
I like that perspective. And it's DJ missing.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
And the Pistons making a change here. Smith has checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Robin Lopez has checked in for Markkanen, and Bobby Portis subbed in for Mirotic. Smith kicks to Bradley. Lure a screen on Lopez. Bradley with the ball, working on Portis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
I like the awareness of Avery. Understands he has the defender a little out of position. Takes full advantage.
And really an interesting move by the Pistons, in effect shedding 2 starters in Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Marcus Morris for 1 in Avery Bradley. Stan Van Gundy clearly valued Bradley's leadership and playoff experience.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
And Avery Bradley, an unrestricted free agent after this season. The Pistons have made it clear they're willing to pay the luxury tax to retain his services.
Good on the second free throw. And Smitty, with your perspective from your years in the league, as you watch the game now, what are some of the things you most enjoy watching or paying attention to when you watch an NBA game?
I think different. You know, back in my day, it was more of the 1, 2, the third option. Guys on the team, they got the basketball the majority of the time. I love the way now guys move the basketball around. It gets to the 5th option, and those guys are a threat. And also those guys knock down more big shots now, not just the superstars. So just watching the game evolve to more of a team game, it's a joy to watch, Kevin.
Is there better coaching now, you think, overall, Steve, than when you played? And that's not an indictment of the coaches that you had, but is there more of it now? Is there Is there better coaching or bigger staffs? For sure.
I think it was better coaching back in my day, but I think the philosophies have changed right now. I think they have better philosophies on how to approach the game, but I think overall it was better coaching in my day.
That's a very good answer.
Yeah, I mean, just wants to make sure everybody's on the same page here going forward.
You know, sometimes the best way to approach it, let your guys know what they're doing well and give them one or two things that they could have done better.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, DJ.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He got an extra boost from the grief these fans were giving him here tonight. They were riding him hard all night, and he ate it up. Some guys just like being the villain, I guess. Smith against Brown. Smith kicks to Bradley. In the corner, it's Harris. Well, the NBA has taken great strides to ensure a competitive balance, Steve, over the past decades, but they have a long way to go to achieve complete parity. I don't know that it can ever be done. How do you feel about the current competitive balance of the league right now?
You know, I think it's good, but Kevin, you're totally right. You can't get complete parity. You're going to have injuries, and I think when you have injuries, it changes the whole dynamic of these teams. So far, so good for me. I think there's a lot of balance. Good teams are good for a while, and then it always shifts and changes. I think we're in good hands right now.
And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Levine. DJ's got 41.
The hand in his face did not bother him. DJ does a good job of maintaining concentration.
Smith the pass to Harris. Outside Bradley. Lure dishes to Drummond. Over Lopez. And it's Drummond missing. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 14-6 run. Smith against Brown. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 5. Lays it up and banks it in. Brown's got 43 points.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bulls.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys in what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DJ.
Boy, it was amazing the level of chaos he caused. Challenging ball handlers, getting into passing lanes, racking up a number of steals that helped demoralize his opponent.
Here's DJ. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. So Detroit going with an almost entire new... And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, you led the charge with that fourth quarter. How did you take control of this game and get your team the win?
Yeah, I think we won this game by outlasting the other side. The team did a great job of maintaining pressure on both ends of the court. And at the end, we were just, tired enough where...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hey, boo-boo.
What's up?
What'd you think of that?
Think of what?
Come on, man.
Oh, I got a job to do, man. You can't expect me to watch every game. I'm just playing with you, man. Of course I watched it.
Hey.
DJ Big Time. That's who you are. DJ Big Time.
man.
Man, you out there killing it.